Today I thought we should talk about what happened to the Island Boys recently, but for me to do that, we kind of need to know who the Island Boys are. So I'll give you a quick rundown. In the summer of 2021, they took the internet by storm by releasing this video.
I'm an island boy, I put my vest on, yeah, like a walk on mine, try to make it to the fall.
Yeah, popular music has been on a downward spiral for a while now. And furthermore, the internet quickly found out that Danny Thornberry now has a twin, some face tats, and a rap career. I mean, this clip is just so bad it becomes good, and anything like that on the internet just goes viral. So pretty much overnight, these guys became internet sensations, but it was not their first rodeo because over the last few years, they have released a whole catalog of music. But something about this song in particular really made people go, all right, what's going on with the Florida tap water? But also, wow, this is catchy. But if we fast forward in today, the Island Boys have landed themselves in some drama with the Logan Paul podcast, Impaulsive. So this is the first reaction the internet received to what happened behind the scenes on this podcast. This shows the Island Boys seemingly very upset, beefing with George, who's one of the co-hosts on the Impaulsive podcast.
I was giving you nice advice, bro.
I'm down to talk, but does this guy have to be in there?
Yo, what did I say that offended you guys
I think
so much?
I think it was a miscommunication.
I want to know. No. Before you come back, I want to know what you thought was wrong.
I want to know how much you're worth, because you're wearing.
No, we don't have to do
What does it
that.
have to do with worth?
What does that have to do with worth?
You said sell jewelry and be broke, and that makes no sense.
What are you saying? I said if God forbid it doesn't work out, who are you? What's happening here? Who is this guy?
All right, hold on.
What are you trying to show off?
I'm not showing off. I said if God forbid, which means an accident, a God forbid, a situation would happen.
You know me from Island Boys, but you know I'm thugging, bro, right? You know that, right?
Why don't we just let cooler heads prevail? Why don't we just let cooler heads prevail? You know how to do that.
I told you end it already. You haven't ended. You keep on talking about it. I don't know why. It's probably because the cameras are still on. Yeah, I already told you
trying to show out, bro. We're not going for that.
Okay, explain to me what I said.
Hey, George, because I was with you in the beginning.
Bro, I never stopped with you guys.
But George, leave it alone. I just said change the subject. Leave it alone.
Guys. I don't know if y'all are serious, but
I'm not.
We're done.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
So my initial question is, what would trigger that reaction? Because that just went from 0 to 100 real quick. But the actual footage of the podcast released, so now we have some context of what caused all this.
boys, what if it doesn't work out? And now you just got this hair and these face tats.
But we had this before. People been saying this before I was a bum. And
How old are you? 20?
20 years old.
Before what?
When I was a bum.
High school? What are you talking about?
No. When I was 18 years old, I just started not so long ago. When I was 18 years old, living in the middle of Palm Beach in the ghetto, and people doubted me. It was worse back then. It wasn't even people telling me, what if it doesn't work out? People just fucking walking away from me.
Do you think they're still doubting you?
Man, people... It's always
we
look.
they can hate, but we proved a lot wrong.
I prove people wrong. I prove a lot of people wrong. But now there's gonna be a whole new wave of people that just came in and want me to prove.
By the way, we're the only ones in Palm Beach County that got permanent Johnny Dang teeth in Palm Beach.
You should hit up Guinness Book of World Records.
They might take that one.
Something like that.
I had them up.
Oh no, I mean, like, they're young. They came into a decent amount of money fairly quickly and they want to spend it. Most people similar to them go through that phase. It just takes people a little bit of time to realize that people don't actually care about what you have. It's what you've achieved that matters. But this normally just comes with age, and they're 20, so they're very young.
I think if God forbid it doesn't go in your guys' direction, for real, I think you guys take all of your jewelry assets and invest it in something. So you guys will never ever be broke again. So I don't think there's ever gonna be a broke situation. But I'm saying, like, if you guys
Jewelry, it can't be worth that much, man. I don't think you're gonna flip that into a retirement.
no, you could definitely flip their jewelry into down payment or something for sure.
Let me tell you something.
George, stop talking.
We have multiple.
Wait, that was hey, that was for you guys.
Yeah,
That wasn't like a hate shot.
I don't need financial advice
we don't
when I
need
probably
financial
make more money
advice
than
from
you.
But that was me being nice. It wasn't me being like. I could be. I could turn it up and be an
You go talk to
being
somebody else
not
about
gonna
that.
go in your favor. But look,
No, it could go in my favor.
you really don't want to go there, bro.
I could go there
Okay,
because I was giving you guys nice advice and you guys were being.
Hey, George, keep talking. I'm gonna walk out.
I'm right here, you guys.
Okay. So what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying, you guys are throwing a lot of threats. I'm sitting right here.
No one's threatening you.
You guys said it's not gonna go my way.
Yeah.
I'm torn on this because there's plenty of ways George could have said this and came across in a nicer way. The Island Boy, I guess, had a point by saying being an asshole isn't going to go in his favor, and I don't take that really as a threat. I feel like that's just his way of saying be nicer to me. But I mean, you could argue both sides of this because this created the whole debate, which then caused that reaction, which then put all this extra attention on this podcast, which kind of went in the favor for both parties because more attention equals more views and drama and everything here on the internet. And I feel like this made the episode get a lot more attention than what a normal episode would have received. I can somewhat understand the Island Boys' frustration here because the hosts were being condescending towards them. But also, let's be real, this cannot be the first time the Impaulsive guys have heard of the whole hip-hop musician peacock route where they just deck themselves out with jewelry and iced out teeth and just custom everything for attention and credits. Because, let's be real, most people cannot wear custom diamond jewelry, but it's absolutely not financially smart to do so, because as soon as you leave that custom jewelry store, I mean, the piece that you bought has lost roughly half its value, because you're the only buyer that finds that super interesting.
Couldn't it also add value if you're a celebrity though, or no?
In very few cases. If you're a absolute legend and you have a rich person who wants to own the piece that you once had, maybe. Custom teeth only fit your custom teeth, and very few people want to have someone's diamond teeth.
Well, can't you just take the diamonds out and make something else?
Yeah, but the material value of the diamonds are not worth what they paid for the teeth. But on the flip side, you can argue, does this extra attention the jewelry give them make them that money back? I don't know. I'm not in the hip-hop music industry, as you can tell.
You work at Weenie Hut General?
Yes, sir. But as I was saying, I can see how they got annoyed with this. George was particularly heavy on the unsolicited advice. Island Boys or not, I feel like any other up-and-coming hip-hop musician put on the spot like that would probably react in a similar way. Clearly, the Island Boys are 100% dedicated to this dream. I mean, they have put pretty much everything into this. They got the hair, they got the face tats, they got the Johnny Dang teeth, whatever that means. But at the end of the day, it's Logan Paul's podcast, and they can ask them whatever they want to.
I still think it's kind of rude to ask your guests stuff like that though, or say stuff like that.
It's rude, but I mean, like, they got the winning reaction. I'd like to think they want things to be as authentic as possible. They're going to ask the questions they want to ask, and if that's the reaction to it, so be it. But the beef continues, so let's see how this escalates.
This is not the Note Boys. We don't do fake over here.
Yeah, what are you trying to scare me or something? I'm not scared of you, huh, man?
All right, I'm not scared of you guys either.
Okay, so just keep it like that. Feel me?
I'm gonna step in for a second.
George,
Hold on. No, hold on. No.
This is a podcast.
No,
Here, I'm moving for you. I was giving you nice advice, bro.
I agree with that.
Did I say anything mean?
You f***ed up, George. Our first guest to walk.
Dumb.
I said if it doesn't work out.
Look what you've done. You upset the Island Boys.
I said if it didn't work out.
Should we take a pause for a second?
If it doesn't work out for my career, I have backups.
Hey, you don't have to walk out. I'm down to talk, but does this guy have to be in there?
Yo, what did I say that offended you guys so much?
I think it was a miscommunication.
I want to know. No. Before you come back, I want to know what you thought was wrong.
I want to know how much you're worth, because you're worth.
No. We don't have to do
What does
that.
it have to do with words?
No, I think.
What does that have to do with words?
You said sell jewelry and be broke, and that makes no sense.
What the fuck are you saying? I said if God forbid it doesn't work out, who are you? What's happening here? Who's this guy?
All right, hold on. Dude.
What are you trying to show
Let's
off?
I'm not showing up. I said if God forbid, which means an accident, if God forbid a situation would happen.
Bro? You know me from Island Boys, but you know I'm thugging, bro, right? You know that, right?
Why don't we just let cooler heads prevail? Why don't we just let cooler heads prevail? You know how to do that.
I told you, end it already. You haven't ended it. You keep on talking about it.
But you
I don't know
just
why
said right now.
It's probably because the cameras are still on. Yeah. I already told you
trying
to
to
show
end
out,
it.
bro. We're not
Leave it
going
alone.
for it.
Okay, so explain to me what I said.
George, because I was f***ing with you in the beginning.
Bro, I never stopped f***ing with you
Okay,
guys.
but George, leave it alone. I just said
what
change the
alone?
subject. Leave it alone.
Guys. I don't know if y'all are serious, but
I'm not.
we're done.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
So yeah, they ended up walking off the podcast mid-recording. I mean, not to be too deep or anything, but this jewelry they were wearing, this was probably their We Made It jewelry. So I think they probably took offense to them saying, what if you go broke and you have to sell this We Made It jewelry, when probably worked their off, and they've been grinding, and they clearly, just by looking at them, they're fully dedicated to this. So I can see how they took offense by these comments, even though their reaction is a little bit over exaggerated in my opinion. But again, they're 20, and I guess they're just insecure on the topic of money, which is completely fine because most 20-year-olds are. But after all of this, I guess the Island Boys went home and they went on to TikTok to respond to this.
God forbid it happens. I love to say, God forbid it just happens.
I don't know.
George legitimately has a higher net worth. I'm gonna say it respectfully in the most humble way as possible. I doubt he's making any new money like how Island Boys are. We are successful and happy in life. That's all cap, man. He's not making as much as us, man. And the twins are doing it. And why y'all hating, man? What's the point of that? We got businesses, multiple streams of income at 20 years old. Very successful.
Honestly, if they're happy, that's all that matters. Everything on social media isn't just a schlong measuring contest.
Okay, but to you, this is the problem. Me and you are two different people. If someone's talking about your financials to you, it's not a problem for you. But if someone's talking about my financials, I don't want to hear it. You're not the one that's making me millions of dollars. I made millions of dollars myself. You know what I'm saying? It's just me doing it myself alone, you dig? Him, he ain't never made me no $1 million. He doesn't have to give me my financial advice. Tell me to sell my jewelry that I worked so hard for and I accomplished. I don't got to do that. Because I make money so I don't have to sell nothing. So he's wrong. He's incorrect. I have the right to feel any type of way. It's my opinion. If I didn't like it, I didn't like it. So that's why I walked off. You might think that he's right, but there's no right or wrong. It's how I felt. The podcast wasn't for you, it was for me.
That is a way better response than the first one, but overall, I feel like this kind of worked out in favor for both parties. They just got way more attention on the entire situation. But later on, the Island Boys apparently attended the Jake Paul fight, and they were apparently booed when they showed up, and then later on, they were kicked out.
So the Island Boys just showed up. The whole place is booing them. They're walking down in that corner. They're down on the floor. The Island Boys are getting kicked out because they just threw a shoe at someone. Yeah, we're talking about the Island Boys.
I guess you either die an Island Boy or live long enough to see yourself become the villain of the Jake and Logan Paul fans. But apparently, the Island Boys are claiming this is not true.
Y'all got kicked out at the Jake Paul versus Woodland. Not Woodley, not Woodland. Not y'all throwing shoes. That's childish. First of all, who's throwing shoes? We got Balenciagas and Alexander McQueen's on. I was sitting there the whole time. And we did not get thrown out. There was a cop that got mad because beer got thrown on his head, and they thought it came from us, but it came from one of the guys we're hanging out with. You feel me? A bunch of commotion, you know. Yeah, so the Island Boys turned up, man. It is what it is. But nobody got thrown out. We're Island Boys. Yeah. Island Boys win. Island Boys forever. We are.
So I guess shoes weren't thrown, it was beer that was thrown.
First of all, if you're at an event, you throw a beer, that's insane because beer at those events are so overpriced.
I mean, these guys are basically like if Soulja Boy and 6ix9ine had twins. They're probably not struggling financially due to all the appearances they're doing, but they do seem to struggle a little bit with the popular opinion. So does Jake Paul, and I guess he did fine, so only time will tell what happens with these guys. But please tell me your thoughts, drop a like on this video, and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.